Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today we're going to be covering some awesome patch notes that just dropped. They're slated for February 27th, which is next Tuesday, and these are just some of the changes that they're doing. It's not going to be the entire list, but I love that the devs are just on top of it. They're getting out these notes as fast as possible, hearing our complaints, and really just listening to us, because it's a nice and refreshing thing to see, especially with something new in the Wild West, as they describe it so often, for Season of Discovery. But before we get into the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Everything you guys do helps my channel grow, helps me get discovered, and helps me help as many people as possible, which is the entire point of my channel. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So we are going to switch it right over here to the patch notes and just start getting into it. So it says, as we continue to monitor class performance and player feedback in Season of Discovery, we designed the following tuning adjustments, which we intend to implement with scheduled weekly maintenance. So Druid, Life Bloom mana reduced by 50%. So this as just Life Bloom also refunds its new base mana cost per stack when it expires, whereas Dispelled, this part has always functioned this way. We've seen people being confused around how the mana return portion works. So just reducing it allows people to actually get mana instead of relying on clear casting procs to do that. That's what you did originally, so its mana reduction makes it less punishing and more mana can be earned from it. Living Seed now heals for 50% of the critical heal that the planted seed was, 30%, and this now blooms from non-periodic healing received in addition to any damage taken. Awesome, that spell kind of sucks. Nourish mana reduced by 27%. Also amazing, no one uses Nourish, and I hope to God they fix that rune, because I still hate getting that on my Druid to this day. Moonkin form now also reduced the mana cost of Moonfire by 50% and increases Moonfire periodic damage by 50%. Sunfire also benefits from this change. Very amazing, allowing Moonkin to have a real rotation and hopefully be great at PvE instead of just sitting there spamming Wrath and Starfire like they are right now. Now this change right here coming up is the biggest, most game-changing one they've ever probably done in these patch notes, but Moonkins can now cast non-healing restoration spells without canceling their shapeshift. This includes Remove Curse, Remove Poison, Abolish Poison, Innervate, Rebirth, Revive, Mark of the Wild, and Gift of the Wild. I hope they throw this in on Wrath, honestly. I would love that. I still raid my Boomkin every week there. Please put this on Wrath also, guys. I would love this, but it's just awesome to give them more utility instead of, you know, having them have to go out of form to do that, because every time I have to be Resin Wrath, I hate it. Furious Storm Rage improved when this rune makes Healing Touch instant. Now makes all, and it now also makes it castable in all shapeshift forms. Amazing. Also going with the Moonkin thing, so now they Healing Touch while they're in Moonkin, and it'll be huge for them. Next, we have Hunter. Dual wield specialization no longer grants a 30% bonus to Raptor Strike for wielding two weapons of the same type. So that was kind of dual wield. Hunters were getting insane with the dual wielding fist weapons from the new raid. So that's probably directly addressing that specifically. Next, we have Paladin. Crusader Strike now deals holy damage instead of physical damage, ignoring armor, and is now affected by holy damage prevention. Crusader Strike is still considered a melee attack, not a spell. That's very interesting. So make sure you have holy protection pots for PvP, I guess. That's probably the biggest use for it. And they'll do more damage on all those mechs in Nomergon. Seal of the Martyrdom can no longer trigger Art of War and will no longer be triggered by Frost Oil or other weapon procs. So that's good. I'm pretty sure they've said this one like 6 times now. I don't have a Paladin. I'm not Alliance, so I don't really know how to measure that. But just Seal of the Martyrdom seems like it's proccing so many things that it shouldn't be. Next, Rogue Redirect no longer triggers or is affected by the GCD and is on its own cooldown, has been reduced to 10 seconds. That's awesome. When Redirect is comboed in a macro with other combo point related abilities, it often does not function as we expected. We recommend not including it in such macros. So that's awesome. I'm glad they're telling us this for Rogue players. You know, once you get that spell, it's pretty big. Main Gaucher now generates 3 combo points on your target and base energy costs reduced to 15. Also a great change. Just a flesh wound threat bonus increase such that rogue tanks will generate approximately 30% more threat. So we might actually see rogue tanks become a thing. Next, we have Shaman. Two-handed mastery rune now also provides 10% increased attack power and 10% increased chance to hit with spells after hitting a target with a two-handed weapon. So just making the two-handed shaman more viable opposed to everyone just dual-wielding. Shamanistic rune rage now grants 5% of the shaman's maximum mana per second instead of a value scaling from attack power, spell power, or healing power. That's good. It's just a flat thing, so you don't have to make shamanistic rage sets where you just swap your gear, use it, swap it off. I like that a lot. Spirit of the Alpha rune now grants the casting shaman 20% increased attack power if they cast the spell on a target other than themselves. So that's insane. Very interesting. So I guess dual shaman tanks is going to be BIS, whether they just cast it on each other, or it just makes shaman tanks a must-have here on the Horde because every other tank is going to want that 20% increased attack power. So really cool to see that. Oh, it grants the casting shaman 20% attack power. My bad, I misinterpreted that. So the shaman always gets it as long as they cast it on their off tank. So that's good. That gives them a reason to give it to someone else other than just themselves. Earth Shield mana cost reduced by 67% and charges increased from 3 to 9. Thank you, Blizzard. It makes Rest of Shamans actually playable, finally. The base amount healed now properly scales with level and is about 50% higher than previously at level 40. So it's not terrible, and it actually does something. The only other thing is I hope it doesn't remove shields from the Shaman, because sometimes when you put Earth Shield on them, it'll remove your Water Shield when you're tanking. I don't know how good that bug has been fixed. I haven't seen it happen in a while because no Shaman uses Earth Shield. Power Surge Tooltip revised to clarify functionality. This rune periodically grants mana every 5 seconds equal to 15% of the shaman's intellect. Some potential timing issues that could have sometimes made it give less mana than intended have been fixed. So that's awesome. Always love to see that stuff work very well. Ancestral Guidance cooldown reduced to 1 minute was 2. So massive shaman buffs. I think they're going to be great. Resto Druid also going to be great. And then we finally have Nomergon. The increased armor value of certain mechanical bosses in Nomergon has been reduced slightly. Developer notes, the higher armor values on certain mechanical enemies in Nomergon was correct and intended, but we will adjust the armor on Crowd Pummeler and Thermoplug slightly to provide up to a 10% increase in physical damage received, depending on the modifiers present. We also checked the mechanical menagerie and it is using correct armor values. So all of these are really, really good. I think Resto Druid and Shaman, just all around Shaman, is going to be much more enjoyable. It's already pumping and blasting, so these changes are just going to make Shaman even more enjoyable. I see tons of people leveling Shamans right now. It's kind of crazy how good it is. But anyway, guys, that is it for those patch notes. I can't wait. I think February 27th is going to be great. Hopefully they keep giving us more and more patch notes. It'll be awesome to see. But I truly hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think down below, and until next time, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. It truly means a lot to me. If you happen to find anyone that you know would also benefit from watching this video, please share it with them. It helps me out a ton and allows me to keep doing what I love every single day, and that is gaming and sort of helping people any way that I can. So finally, thank you so much, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Goodbye.